Hello, this is Norman Graham. Let's talk about Fortiy and Vericode code remediation for buffer overflow on a string copy strncat. Well, if we're using C11, it's no problem. We can use this predefined strncat_s. These S functions are considered safe because they give a dest size and a source size. But if we're not using C11, in other words, if it's old C89 code or even compiled into your C++ but standing in the C code segment, then you're going to want to either include a safe string library or just write these functions yourself. They're pretty simple. Let's just dive right in. Alrighty. So, the big two functions you want to define are some safe string copy and a safe string cat if you don't have them. These are relatively trivial. You're going to want a dest, destination, dest size, source, source size for both the functions. That's pretty much it. This is going to be pretty quick. So, string copy, you can find the code for string copy pretty much anywhere. Of course, the difference is you're going to use this other parameter, dest size and source size. So, you just have to make a couple of checks. One is you got to have more than 0 bytes. Here I'm returning null. You could just as easily return dest. That way you can leave this code as is in your existing code, just do an inline replacement. If you find it, or if it's more than 0 bytes, then you can do a memset. Not many people realize that the strncpy actually sets all the bytes not set to null character. So you want to save that feature, and what I do is I do that, and then I also reduce the size by 1, so I'm leaving room for the null. I go ahead and do the string copy. I set this byte to null again, so there's no complaint from Fortiy or Vericode. And that's it for safe string n copy. There are other ways to do this. This is what they encourage you to do. Use a safe string function. Here I have the safe string cat. I use a helper function here. I get the end of the string, and from there I can do the safe string copy in the cat because you found the null character. Just go in that direction. I return a null if there's an error, that's all. And then I'd obviously do a little testing. That's all for me. You don't need to worry about that. You do your own testing. Here's an example. So that's more in the direction of where we want to go. The example function, there's a dest, destination, there's a source. So your destination is 8 bytes, your source is more than that, 16, including the null. So, if you did a string n copy, this would be really bad, because that's not null terminated. This would be better, strnprintf, because you are null terminated, but it's a little bit crude, I guess. It is because you have to do this parsing in the code. It's really sort of unnecessary. You're doing a string copy. So here we're as the last one, which of course is a way to go. You're actually doing safe string copy and printing it out. And so that's what gets printed here. and I do that first before I do some other checks. But alright, let's go ahead and run it and show that that works. So there's your first one. That's what it ran, dest equals, and then there's a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is a null character. Okay, yeah, and I did some other tests, but that's, you know, neither here nor there, it doesn't matter. Alright, that's about it. Have fun. Happy coding.